Hi, what's good, people? So it has been circulating around that there was going to be a Resident Evil 3 remake after the success of Resident Evil 2 remake. So it has now been officially leaked and pretty much up to this point confirmed now that we are getting a Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm not too sure when because dates haven't been released yet, but I'm just so excited about this. I've already done a let's play of Resident Evil 2 on my channel. There is a playlist, so if you haven't seen it or watched it all, check that out. It was really fun. I was playing on the hardest difficulty and whatnot, but regardless of that, Resident Evil 3 I'm really looking forward to because of these reasons. One, yes, it's a remake, so it's gonna look fantastic. And two, back when I was playing Resident Evil 1 and 2 and the whole series franchise, Resident Evil 3 was the one Resident Evil that I didn't finish. I remember I think I borrowed a PlayStation at the time, and one of the games that I had from what I borrowed was Resident Evil 3, but I don't think I had there was another disc that you needed because some games came with a double disc. Some games come with double discs, I think, or something like that, or maybe the disc was scratched so I can never get past one part of it. Regardless, I never did finish that, so I am really looking forward to Resident Evil 3 coming out. And this gameplay, what you're watching right now, is of Resident Evil 6, which is one of the best Resident Evils in my opinion. And the reason for that is each Resident Evil game always improves upon something the previous game didn't. And this is what I'm hoping for with Resident Evil 3 remake. That with Resident Evil 1, it was like a classic horror game. Resident Evil 2 built on that and added slight action elements to it. And Resident Evil 3 kind of combined the two perfectly from what I played of it up until the point that I didn't get to finish it. But fast forward all the way up to Resident Evil 6, I feel that Resident Evil 6 had the best control scheme out of any Resident Evil game. Besides maybe Resident Evil 7 because that was first person. But out of all the Resident Evil third person games, Resident Evil 6 has the best control scheme without a shadow of a doubt. You can evade, you can attack. You had like a parry kind of counter option. You can cycle through your weapons really easily. You can heal yourself very intuitively along with reloading your weapon. It was absolutely perfect, and there was slightly different ones per character you played with as well. So I'm hoping, I don't know if it's gonna happen based on Resident Evil 2 remake, because the control scheme in Resident Evil 2 remake was good, but it didn't have the type of exciting elements that Resident Evil 6 had, which is what you're seeing in this gameplay, where you can just dodge and evade things, and the kind of acrobatic kind of things you can do actually made sense. Like you can actually use it to evade getting bit by zombies or all kinds of attacks. Like it was just perfect. But Resident Evil 2 control scheme was good. But as I said, each Resident Evil game always adds an element to the franchise that improves upon something from its previous game. So, as I said, Resident Evil 6 had the action elements down pat in terms of how you controlled your characters. Resident Evil 7 was absolutely pure atmosphere, perfect atmosphere for a horror game. Resident Evil 5, I think Resident Evil 5 is the best one personally, and I think that's mainly because of not just the look of the game, but the additional modes. They were so fun to play, and I still play them to this day. Resident Evil 4 is known to be one of the best ones, but I never really liked it that much. I think it was the plot. I didn't really like the plot that much, but and the control scheme was so clunky. I just really wasn't feeling it. So I am waiting to see more updates regarding Resident Evil 3 Remake, also known as Biohazard 3, and I'll keep you guys posted on anything that I find about it. But also let me know in the comments your thoughts on Resident Evil 3 if you played it, and if you're looking forward to this new one. I'm not too sure if it's going to be on this current console generation, because it could be on the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox. We shall find out and see. But let me know in the comments your thoughts, and enjoy this gameplay, because it's really exciting gameplay of Resident Evil 6. And from watching this gameplay, you'll understand what I mean by how smooth and responsive the controls was for this game. And I'm hoping they incorporate this control scheme in Resident Evil 2 remake, in Resident Evil 3 remake, the same level of atmosphere as Resident Evil 7, and the same level of horror as Resident Evil 2 remake, which they just did. If they had the additional added on extra game modes as Resident Evil 5, then Resident Evil 3 will be almost one of the best remade games of this generation. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoy this gameplay, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.